Hello, welcome to Study Circle. Today we are going to read Class 8 Standard Geography, Chapter 5 Human Resources. This is the summary of the whole chapter. And this video is intended for revision purpose only. Human resources. People are nation's great resources. Nature's bounty becomes significant when only people can find it useful. It is people with their demands and abilities that turn them into resources. Hence, human resource is the ultimate resource. Healthy, educated, and motivated people develop resources as per their requirements. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana was started in 2015, aiming to train 1 crore Indian youth from 2016 to 20. The objective of the scheme is to encourage aptitude towards employable skill by giving quality training to probable and existing wage earners. Human resources, like other resources, are not equally distributed over the world. They differ in their educational levels, age, and sex. Their numbers and characteristics also keep changing. Distribution of population. The way in which people spread across the Earth's surface is also known as the pattern population of distribution. The distribution of population in the world is extremely uneven. More than 90% of the world population lives in about 30% of the land surface. Crowded areas. South and Southeast Asia, Europe, and Northeastern North America. Almost 3/4 of the world's people live in two continents, that is Asia and Africa. 60% of the world population live in just 10 countries. These are China, India, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Russia, Federation, and Japan. Density of population. Population density is the number of people living in a unit area of the Earth's surface. It is normally expressed as per square kilometer. The average density of population in the whole world is 51% per square kilometer. South Central Asia is the highest density of population. Factors affecting distribution of population. First is the geographical factor. Topography. People always prefer to live on plains rather than mountains and plateaus because these are suitable for farming, manufacturing, and service activities. For example, the Ganga plains are the most densely populated areas of the world, while mountains like Andes, Alps, and Himalayas are sparsely populated. Climate. People usually avoid extreme climates that are very hot or very cold. For example, Sahara Desert is very hot and polar regions of Russia, Canada, and Antarctica are cold and sparsely populated. Soil. Fertile soils provide suitable land for agriculture. For example, fertile plains such as Ganga and Brahmaputra in India, Huanghe, Xinjiang in China, and the Nile in Egypt are densely populated. Water. People prefer to live in the areas where fresh water is easily available. For example, the river valleys of the world are densely populated, while deserts have spare population. Minerals. Areas with mineral deposits are more populated. For example, diamond mines of South Africa and discovery of oil in the Middle East lead to setting of the people in these areas. Social, cultural, and economic factor. Social. Areas of better housing, education, and health facilities are more densely populated. For example, Pune. Cultural. Places with religion or cultural significance attract people. For example, Varanasi, Jerusalem, and Vatican City. Economic. Industrial areas attract large number of people as it provide employment opportunities. For example, Osaka in Japan and Mumbai in India. Population change. Population change refers to change in number of people during a specific time. The change happened due to change in the number of births and deaths. Until the 1800s, the world's population grew steadily but slowly. Large number of babies were born, but they died early too, as there were no proper health facilities. Also, sufficient food was not available for all the people. In 1804, the world's population reached 1 billion. In 1959, the world's population reached 3 billion, which is often called population explosion. In 1999, 40 years later, the population doubled to 6 billion. The main reason for this growth was that with better food supplies and medicine, deaths were reducing while the number of births still remained fairly high. Natural growth rate. Birth rate, the number of live births per 1,000 people. Death rate, the number of deaths per 1,000 people. And migration. Migration is the movement of the people in and out of an area. The difference between the birth rate and the death rate of a country is called the natural growth rate. The population increase in the world is mainly due to rapid increase in natural growth rate. Migration. Migration is another way by which population size changes. That is, immigrants are people who leave a country. Countries like United States of America and Australia have gained in numbers by in-migration or immigration. Immigrants are those who arrive in a country. Sudan is an example of country that has experienced a loss in population numbers due to out-migration or immigration. Pattern of population change. Rate of population growth vary across the world. Countries like Kenya have a high population growth rate as they had both high birth rates and death rates. Countries like United Kingdom population growth is slowing because of both low death and low birth rates. Population composition. Population composition refers to the structure of the population. It tells about age, sex, literacy level, health condition, occupation, and income level of population. Population pyramid, also called an age-sex pyramid, is a way to study the population composition of a country. A population pyramid shows the total population divided into various age groups, for example 5 to 9 years, 10 to 14 years. The percentage of total population subdivided into males and females in each of these groups. There are two groups of dependents: young dependents, that is aged below 15 years, and elderly dependents aged over 65 years. Those between the age of 15 years and 65 years are working age and are the economically active. The population pyramid tells us how many dependents there are in a country. The population pyramid of a country in which birth and death rates both are high is broad at the base and rapidly narrows towards the top because although many children are born, a large percentage of them die in their infancy. Relatively few become adults and there are very few old people. For example, Kenya. The countries where death rates, especially among the very young, are decreasing, the pyramid is broad in the younger age groups because more infants survive to adulthood. These countries contain a relatively large number of young people and which means a strong and expanding labor force. Example, India. Those countries where death rates are decreasing allow number of people to reach old age. For example, Japan. So this is the summary of the chapter. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe. Thank you.